Hey everyone, my name's Christy. Welcome to my corner. Thank you all so much for joining me today for Flosstube 16 on this Black Friday. I almost said Friday the 13th. It is not Friday the 13th. It is Black Friday, which is Friday, November 27th. And I usually do the whole Black Friday early morning shopping thing. And when I started doing it, it was before stores opened on Thursday. So like Black Friday morning was busy. And I remember waiting in line for like an hour and a half to check out, that kind of a thing. But now that stores open on Thursday, early morning Black Friday is pretty empty because all of the people who would have gone then go on Thursday, and then all like the normal people go at like normal times. So 5 a.m. at Kohl's, which is my Black Friday shopping of choice on Black Friday, is, you know, pretty empty. But I didn't go today for obvious reasons, you know, the global pandemic. But also I've kind of been making all of my Christmas gifts this year, and I'm not buying clothes or I'm trying to shop at small businesses. So there's really no point in driving an hour to go Black Friday shopping, even if there wasn't a global pandemic. So that's today. That's a long way of me saying I've been home all day and have not gone Black Friday shopping. So welcome to my new subscribers. Thanks so much for choosing to hang out with me, and welcome back to everyone I've been hanging out with the past 16 weeks. It's been really great getting to know you in the comments on here on YouTube and also on Instagram. If you are not following me on Instagram, you can find me at Dr._Christy. I'll put it right here and also down below. And I post pictures just about every day, not a ton. I don't like spam Instagram. Probably 1 or 2 pictures a day of progress pictures of my crafting, any baking that I'm doing that I'm not filming, just like regular baking, like this amazing loaf of bread that I made for Thanksgiving yesterday. I will post pictures of my advent calendar openings starting next week. I am not going to do a Vlogmas. That just feels like a lot of work and not like fun. I've had a couple people ask if I was going to do that because I have an advent calendar, and I'm not going to. I will, of course, show you all of the flosses that I get from my DeVere Yarns advent calendar, and also my caramels that I get, but I'm not going to film it. But I am posting it on Instagram, so if you want to get a sneak peek before the Friday's Flosstube reveal, I'll have that on Instagram. I also post pictures of my dog, and he is adorable. This is a channel about embroidery and other crafts and art forms that are embroidery adjacent, I like to say. They all kind of go together. So I have all sorts of different hobbies these days. I just keep watching really fun YouTube videos of different fiber crafts that I can do with my embroidery. And so I've been doing them, but they're all kind of interrelated with embroidery. And it's funny. Trish from Stitcher Trish, I'll put her YouTube channel down below. She commented before. I haven't responded to comments, but I saw that she commented about my dyeing video, that she's really excited to see my experiments, but she can't, you know, and she's thought about doing it, but it's just too many hobbies. And I'm like, yeah, I have a lot of hobbies, and YouTube just kind of makes it worse. Like, I have to keep adding storage containers for different hobbies, but they're all embroidery adjacent, so that's good. Anyway, I do embroidery and adjacent crafts, baking, and history videos, and then the history of those things. So if that is something that you're interested in and you are not subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe. This has been a very rambly beginning, and I even have notes, so it shouldn't be, but it is. But if you're interested in those things, please hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you stick around. I've had an interesting week of crafting. I had a bunch of starts, which I finished, but I have no whips that I hadn't started. So basically everything I worked on this week I finished, which means that I did not work on my Hildegard and I did not work on my landscape. But I do have some FFOs and I have an FO. I have a small haul. I have some amazing Happy Mail that's in the box. You know, the title of this is What's in the Box, because I have an amazing thing in the box and it's not my fiance's head from the movie Seven. Maybe I shouldn't use that reference. Anyway, I have an amazing Happy Mail and I have a bunch of plans. So spoilers, Janice, if you're watching this, shut it off now unless you want spoilers of your gift. Denny, you're good to go. You can continue watching. All right, let's get started. First of all, my FFOs, my fully finished objects. I made bread bags out of linen, and I love them. They are natural linen that I got from the fabricsstore.com. I'll put a link down below. And I did a kind of an involved drawstring process that I really like, but I'm going to experiment with a different one this coming week because I do want to make more of these bags. I want some for me, first of all, but other folks are going to be getting these for Christmas too. These are for my stepmom, and I'm going to get a proving basket in the mail in the next couple days. She just retired and she's been playing around with sourdough. So I thought 2 bread bags. I embroidered the bread on them and then I put them all together. And they're just drawstring, and a proving basket would be a fantastic Christmas gift that that she'll actually use. They just, I think I said this last week, they just seriously downsized like half the space. And so I don't want to give them lots of things to fill up their new house. So we are just giving them things that they can use. So anyway, I thought these would be really good. I embroidered these earlier in the week, but I made the bags today and I oiled my machine. I cleaned and oiled my sewing machine. I've never done that before. And I know that like all of my sewist subscribers out there are just gasped in horror, but I've never oiled my machine and I just did it. And so I'm really excited. I'm hoping that maybe my machine will be smoother. I think it's a pretty cheap machine, but it served me well, and maybe if I treat it well, it'll last me a while. So that's exciting. So bread bags, 2 bread bags. I also said that I was going to back this, so I did that. So this is now ready to be placed in a wreath that I haven't made yet. I'm going to make a Christmas wreath to hang on the front of our fireplace grate, like fence. What are they called? I don't remember what they're called. But right now there is we don't use the fireplace, so there's no fire issues. But right now there is a fall wreath, and I'm going to make a pom-pom and tiny hat wreath, and then this will hang in the middle. But this is also fully finished, so that's exciting. Oh, I've also been kind of obsessed with making thread drops. So I keep them in my little basket here. But basically, like any cards I get, I don't know if you can see, that was from a thank you card. This was from what was this from? Oh, this was from an information card. This was from a box of something. This was from my LaCroix boxes. Anyway, but I've been really liking it. Oh, I got a postcard from my vet that had puppies on it, so I use them. Anyway, I've been really enjoying making thread drops. It's kind of a good way to recycle things, recycle cardboard. So that's been a thing I've been doing. Okay, those are my FFOs. The 2 bread bags, finishing up my Santa's letter, and my thread drops. So those are my FFOs. My one FO and new start is my turkey Blackwork pattern. I'm naming this pattern Turkey Baby. And this was in honor of Pam from Stitching the Land of Good Enough. Her birthday was on Wednesday, the 25th. And she wanted to have a birthday stitch along. And the hashtag on Instagram is Turkey Baby Birthday Sal, S-A-L. I'll put that right here so you can see what that is. And I didn't have any turkey patterns or turkey anything. And so I thought, well, why don't I make a pattern, a Blackwork pattern of a turkey? I mean, what's the worst that'll happen? It'll look terrible. So I sketched this out on graph paper, and the graph paper that I used was 4 squares per inch, and this is a 14 count. So I made it, like, on the page it looked huge, and when I made it, it was this big, and I'm like, I can't do that. So I doubled it, and I really like how it turned out. It's on 14 count Aida, and it's using 3 different flosses, which I don't have with me because I'm apparently not prepared, but they are 2 Bestitch Me silks. One of them is Autumn. This one I think is called Autumn. And then I also used a Dying for Cross Stitch silk. I will put them in the description box below if you are interested in them. But I'm pretty pleased with this. It's my own pattern, it's my own design, and it's my first Blackwork pattern. So this was my turkey baby birthday stitch along finish and start and planning. But this took me about 2 days to do. So I'm really pleased with it. My little turkey. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I had thought about making it into a bookmark, but it's too big for a bookmark. So I don't know what to do with it. I might turn it into an ornament, but I don't decorate for Thanksgiving. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But anyway, it's done. So that's exciting. I also have my dyeing experiments. So if you have not watched my natural dyeing episode 1, I will post a link to that over here above my sewing machine right there. And these, you can find all the variables, but it was basically a success. I used madder, which is an orangey red color that is found in the Bayou tapestry, which is why I wanted to start dyeing in the first place. I didn't get the color that I wanted, but threads changed color. So that is a win in my book. And I made some mistakes and I've learned some things. And so next time will be much better. And I got a suggestion. I think Simone made a suggestion on Instagram and that I should take the fibers that I have left, because I have a couple fibers that are like ready to go, and just put them in a jar with some madder extract and water and just sit it on a windowsill in the sun for a month and see what happens. And she's like, I don't know if you want to experiment. And I'm like, have you met me? I want to experiment. I always want to experiment. So I'm going to do that, I think, tomorrow. I don't have any sunny ledges in my house, but my office is very sunny. And so I can put it on the windowsill there. I hope it doesn't need heat because it's not going to be hot. Well, I'll do it. I'll do it anyway. I mean, the worst that'll happen is that it won't work. And who cares? It's an experiment. That's my experiment, my dyeing experiment that is going to happen next week. Well, for the next month, really. So that'll be very exciting. And I'm excited to do that. So you have that to look forward to, which is really fun. I have a very small stitchy haul. There are 2 monthly subscriptions. I didn't take them out of the bag. Give me 1 second. I'm back. Sorry about that. My first one is my Bestitch Me Silk of the Month Club, and I am so excited to get neutrals. What I've been realizing is that the reason I don't use silk so much is because all my silks, these are my silks right here, are really bright colors. I don't have any neutrals. And so I got neutrals from Bestitch Me, and I am so excited. And so this first one here is called Naked, and it's sort of a pinky peach. It is basically the color of my skin. That's Naked. We have Biscotti, which looks the same to you, honestly. But this one is more tan. Yeah, a more tan. And the other one is much more pink. And that's Biscotti. Cinnamon. Cacao. And Black Walnut. And these two are really pretty together too. The cacao is much like a redder brown, and the walnut is showing much lighter than it actually is. It's actually just as dark as the cacao, just a different tone. These are lovely. I am so thrilled to have neutrals. And I'm I really want to try and do more with these silks because I have all these beautiful silks and I very rarely use them. So I want to start trying to do more with silks. So that's my first haul, my first monthly haul. And my second one is my Color and Cotton floss of the month that my mom got me for Christmas or my birthday last year. And these are really beautiful colors as well. This is my October, it said October. So I'm wondering if I didn't get one last month. I need to check. But they are lovely. There's Witch's Brew, which is this really nice eggplant aubergine color. This is Dusty Blue, which is just what it says on the bottle. And then this is a very interesting color. This is called Lemongrass. And it is mostly yellow. And it's a nice rich yellow that goes into a light olive. So I find that very interesting, but it's a nice yellow and it's not a like fluorescent yellow. I have fluorescent yellow. This is just a nice kind of gentle yellow. This will be beautiful for like florals. Yeah. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm pleased with that. So now my happy mail. I'm so excited. I got this box in the mail. This box in the mail. The box is not what it is. This is a box of leather scraps. My dear friend, we have been friends for 20 years. Our 20th friendiversary is coming up in January. Her name is Elizabeth Lehman. I call her Betty. She is the owner and artist of Emperor Needles Leather, and you can find her website there, and she's on Etsy. She is a leather worker, obviously, and she does a lot of Renaissance fair type leather, but also other types of leather, and she has done work for Game of Thrones. She's done some leather work for Lord of the Rings, those movies, so she's like really good at this. And I texted her and I asked if she would be willing to send me just a few scraps to play around with my needle, like my pine needle baskets. Well, I get this in the mail. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but it has all different weights, all different colors, some furry like leopard print leather. Red latigo, thick red latigo. We have some blue belt weight. I just have so much in here that I can play with, but I am so excited. Some nice, I mean, look at this piece of leather. It's like huge. I wouldn't even call it a scrap. Look at this. Anyway, I am so excited about this. I'm going to get to play with these, make some neat baskets over the winter break. I have my pine needles back there that I can play around with, and maybe other stuff with this too. Wonder if I could embroider it. I bet I could embroider it. Oh goodness. I have so many plans and not enough time because I do still have to like do my job. This is what's in the box. Like how heavy was this? Doesn't say. My arm is tired. This is probably 5 or 10 pounds of leather scraps. 5 or 10 pounds of leather scraps that she sent me. So if you need leather work done, she is brilliant. I'm going to show you her card again. My friend Betty, she's amazing. Check her out. I'll post a link down below. But she does amazing work. And we have been friends for a very, very long time. That is my happy mail. An entire box of leather scraps. Only other crafters and artists would understand why that is so exciting. But I just feel like I could make such really cool things with those scraps. So I'm very excited about that. Okay, let's talk about plans. I definitely want to make more of the bread bags. I want some for myself, but I also have other people I want to make bread bags for. And like I said, I do want to try a different and more simple drawstring situation that still looks finished but isn't as complicated. So that is something I want to work on. I need to work on Rich's gift. I need to work on my mom's gift. She knows what she's getting. And I want to work on Hildegard and my landscapes, which I haven't touched this week at all because I had other things I want to work on. I also need to make my sister's present, which I don't think will take much time. I just have to do it. she's getting an adjacent craft that I'll show hopefully next week, because I want to get that done so I can send that package, that like Christmas package out. So I know it'll get there because I already have my dad's present. Janice's present is coming, and then I'll make Diana's present. I don't know what Tuesday's video is going to be. We'll see what I get up to this weekend. It's, you know, my workload is kind of heavy this weekend. Our semester ended on Tuesday, and our grades are due next Tuesday. So I just have a lot of grading to do. I'm actually getting some papers, like 20 papers tomorrow, which is after the semester ended, but my students needed the time, so I gave it to them. So it's going to be a busy grading weekend for me. So Tuesday may be a history lecture or like a quick tutorial of some kind. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I do, and you'll find out on Tuesday. I think that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Oh, I got a notification. I'm so excited that one of my favorite YouTubers, Dina from Crafty Crafts with Dina, subscribed to my channel. I'm so excited. Before I found Flosstube, I used to watch other kinds of craft channels, and she was one of my favorites, and she's probably the channel I've been watching the longest. She does paper crafts, so it's like a different craft than I do, but she's just so nice and like chatty and cheerful, and she was just really great to like hang out with basically while I was stitching, especially during COVID, because she was just so cheerful and lovely. So Dina, if you're watching, hi. It's nice to have you on my channel. It's very exciting. I'll link to her channel below. And if you do paper crafts in particular, she also does sewing, but if you do paper crafts, check her out. She has some amazing tutorials that make me, like, when I see cute paper, I almost buy it, because I have so many ideas of things I can do, but I don't have time to do paper crafts and fiber arts. So I just watch her and let her do paper crafts. I feel like I feel like I hang out with you every day, and now you get to hang out with me. If you're watching, I don't even know if you're watching this, but if you're watching, welcome to my corner. Anyway, enough of that. Enough like fangirling. That's it from me. I'll see you on my Tuesday video, whatever that may be. And please subscribe if you haven't subscribed and you want to kind of see what's going on. And I think that's it. So please take good care of yourselves and have a good one. Bye.